I've got something so cool today. I think it's the best golf simulator of 2024, and I'm going to show you all of the features of this brand new Apogee from TruGolf. Now, if you watched my videos from the PGA show, you know I absolutely fell in love with this thing there. And the rounds that I've played this week with the Apogee have been the most fun I've ever had playing simulator golf by a long shot. I'm going to show you some of those reasons why. I'm also going to show you why this system is great, but why it's going to get even better by the end of the year. And so I'm going to demo some features that have yet to actually come out, but I've got a beta test preview for you. Now, before we get into the meat of this video, I will say that I've got a discount code that I've secured just for the Let's Play Through audience. You can save 10% off the Apogee, and that's going to be linked down below in the description. But without further ado, let me show you why you should really consider the Apogee if you're building a golf simulator in 2024. So let's first cover what this thing actually is. Well, it is a dual camera overhead mounted device. And this device is manufactured by TruGolf. Now, you may or may not know the name TruGolf, but they are the makers of the wildly famous E6 software. And this new Apogee device is TruGolf's in-house hardware solution that will connect natively with E6 as well as give you access to some really cool features. Again, I'm going to cover those as we go. First, let me dive into a few reasons I think this Apogee really stands out from everything else on the market. The first real standout feature to me is just how quickly you see the shot appear on screen. When you hit a golf shot, it's nearly instantaneous, which gives you a real immersive experience playing simulator golf that you just don't get with other systems when there's a delay. As I mentioned, this is an overhead device, and one thing that I really love about the Apogee is it literally gives you a laser circle. This is going to be your hitting zone, so you always know where to place your ball, and you're going to get the most accurate launch data you possibly can. I gotta say, for me, this is really a breath of fresh air, because so many times I'm playing with my children or I have guests over who have never used my simulators. And so often there's a struggle on where ball placement needs to be. The way they've integrated it here makes it dummy proof for anyone just to get started hitting balls and not missing shots. I absolutely love that about the Apogee system. Now, a third real standout feature of this device for me is the fact that you can control the Apogee with voice commands. Hey, Apogee, mulligan. You can take a mulligan, you can preview the hole, change camera angles. There are a ton of ways that you can use Apogee with voice commands to save you the hassle of going back to your computer. Like mine here is 10 feet from where I actually hit, and it saves me all that time back and forth. Let's talk next about what Apogee actually measures. So going on their website, we can see that Apogee measures ball speed, backspin, side spin, vertical launch angle, horizontal launch direction, club head speed, club face angle, and club path. From what I've seen, Apogee does a great job providing accurate, useful information, and the way it's displayed is really unique too. And with that said, let's bounce over to the range and hit some shots. All right, here's the main menu. Now, there's going to be more here later in the year, and I'm going to give you a sneak preview of this in the beta version of the software that I have. But for now, there is a pretty extensive practice facility built into this. Now, this is the default view here, but up here, we can choose what type of range we want. Anything from a flat range to little small targets. I really love that for the short game. And you've also got putting ranges if you want to work on your putting. In fact, this system is extremely accurate in terms of putting, and I'm going to show you why here in this video as well. Let's start off though on just a flat range, just a very basic flat range where we can then go down here and actually set how far we want to take that shot. I want it to be somewhere around 95 to 100 because I'm just warming up here. Now, as I move the ball into my beautiful little green laser area, the laser then disappears. I've got visual confirmation down in the bottom right of the screen. You see the Apogee logo, that triangle that says ready. That means I'm ready to pull the trigger. You're going to see just how quickly the shot happens in real time. This is sand wedge in hand, and I've got sand wedge selected up at the top there as well. Now, I caught that one a little bit thin, but it was online, and I missed that little circle because I lost some distance catching that one thin. You can see the shot impact there at the bottom left, which is really incredible, and we're going to actually look at that a little closer in just a second. but you've also got your distance, your carry, your launch angle, your ball speed, backspin, and side spin. This is customizable based on what you want to see displayed, but this is what it defaults to. Down here, we can actually see that I missed that target. That's why we've got an X, and I'm about to hit my second shot. So this is a running average of how well you're hitting these. If we bounce into the post-shot analysis, again, we get that overhead camera view to see exactly where contact was made. My club face was fairly square there, and my path was a little inside to out. And it's amazing to be able to just use this and see exactly where impact occurs. As you can see, I hit that close to the heel, and we'll try to adjust that here on shot number 2, but you've got irrefutable data to look at. Let's see if we corrected our contact there, our strike point. Did pull that one a little bit again, got some better distance because I caught it a little better on the club face. Again, bottom left, you're going to see a replay of where that impact was, and that was a little more towards the center, still a little heel side. And down at the bottom again, you see that I missed the target. Let me try that one more time. That one hopefully is inside that target area. I think it should be. And now I want to show you how the shot analysis works. In general, still a little in to out there. Again, we could bounce back to every single shot I took and see how I progress. If we go into the data spreadsheet though, we can start to get some averages. So on average there, I was carrying it 87.6 yards, and I had a max there. I took a little harder swing of 96, so it's nice to see both averages as well as what you're capable of, and it builds a very good picture of how you're performing. Now, if we go into the data grid here, you can also see where the strike points were there on the club. That first one, very heel side. The second one, probably my best. And that third one, leading a little bit towards the toe. It's nice to kind of see those heat map areas. And again, you see all the shot data for each of those. Now, in addition to all of the cool range options that you have, the other feature built into Apex right now is called bag mapping, where you can choose the clubs that are in your bag and get insights into what needs to be improved, which is going to help you when you step outside of the simulator and go into the real world to play some golf. So that's pretty much what we can do within E6 Apex right now. But coming soon, probably towards the fall of this year, we're going to see some other cool features, which I'll show you in just a little bit. But first, I want to show you the new E6 Connect, where we're going to actually play simulator golf here with the Apogee. So if you've ever used E6, this will look very familiar to you. We're going to go ahead and hit play golf. We're going to choose what players we want. You can add guests. And if I wanted to edit what my defaults were, I can choose if I'm female or male. I could change tee boxes to black, blue, white, red, or yellow. I'm a white tee player. I am a mere mortal. Skill level, I would say I'm advanced, but again, you can change that to beginner. Handedness is of course right, and then my handicap right now, in real life it's 4.2. But on here, I'm a scratch player, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit accept there, and now we can choose different modes of play: stroke play, Stableford, match play, scramble, different things. I like to play scramble with my friends, which is kind of cool, but since it's me, I'm just gonna play stroke play. And we've got all the clubs that you've got with your package. Let's play a course I've actually never played in real life or even on simulator golf, which is Pinehurst. I'm going to go ahead and download that. You'll see how quick it is to download a course. It's pretty amazing. As long as you have fast internet, of course. But we'll choose Pinehurst number 2. We can choose different game options, including where gimmies take place. I've got them set to inside 10 feet right now. But you can change that, of course. You can change the weather, all sorts of things. Let's go cloudy late afternoon. I always love playing late afternoon, so we'll change that. Green speed, you can change the stimp. I'm going to go to 10, which is reasonable, not too crazy fast. And hit accept, and then we're going to tee off. Ooh, it looks very late afternoon, doesn't it? It's almost dark, like a storm's rolling in. I've got driver in hand. Pretty narrow fairway, as you can see. It's a 375-yard hole. Wish me luck. Pulled it just a touch. It's probably going to catch some of that sand. Yeah, carried 222, which would have been decent, but we didn't get quite the rollout we normally would because we are in the sand there. Again, having the Apogee system, you've got exactly the impact location. That was pretty center of the club face. Just pulled it. And now I've got 137.6, but I am in that hazard. Now, just like playing golf, I'm not going to hit a ball out of the sand the same way I would normally hit it out of the fairway. So you can see our power is diminished by more than half. So I've got to hit a really powerful shot here. And we're also going to lose quite a bit of spin from this lie as well, according to the Apogee. Now, if I want to change where I'm headed, right now I'm headed right at the flagstick, but if I want to stay away from that sand, I'm going to move it kind of over here, middle of the green to the right side of the green to give myself a little bit of buffer. I'm also going to hit a little bit more club here than I normally would. And just like Apex, we have voice control here with our Apogee. So I'll say, hey Apogee, 8 iron. We've got confirmation there. We've got confirmation at the bottom of the screen that we've got 8 iron in hand. Let's see if we can hit a good shot. Now, I almost didn't want to believe that the power would be so affected as it showed on screen. I'd have to hit it twice as hard as I want to hit a shot. And that's why I chose 8 iron there, my 145 club, but we came up considerably short. We only hit it 85 yards. Now, of course, I wouldn't do this on a real golf course, but inside the simulator and I'm practicing here, I can say, hey Apogee, mulligan. It's going to confirm yes. And I'm actually going to hit a different club here because I need more club. I'm going to hit a 5 iron, believe it or not, which is crazy, but that lie must be so bad that that's what we're going to need. Hey, Apogee, 5 iron. I'm going to hit a shot again and see if we get the power this time. We still came up a little short, so that is a very, very tough lie. You're going to get penalized just like you would out on a golf course, which is cool. All right, so I am off the green chipping up. I've got a 38-yard shot. I'm going to go 58-degree wedge. Hey, Apogee, lob wedge. I found this system to be extremely accurate when it comes to putting and chipping. And that's where a lot of launch monitors and simulators fall short for me. This is really good. 38 yards, 58-degree wedge. Should be something like that. Yeah, look at the distance. I mean, I knew I hit it well. It's rolling out because that pin obviously was in a very difficult spot, but I hit that exactly to where I wanted. And I've got a par save, illegitimate par save, because we took a mulligan, but even the mulligan ended up in about the same spot as the first one anyways. It's a 14-foot putt. I've got to change to my putter here. Hey, Apogee, putter. And we know the greens are out of 10 here. 14 feet. Hopefully something like that. Oh, just short. I hit it 12 feet, 8 inches. So again, putting extremely accurate. And you get a nice view of how that stroke is coming in there with the replay. And I've got my gimme for a bogey. Let's see if we can do better on hole number 2 here. Hole number 2, 420, probably favors a little bit of a fade here. All right, so I'm going to set up for a fade. Didn't fade as much as I wanted. I'm going to be back in that Pinehurst sand. Ay, ay, ay. Living in that stuff right now. We'll see what the shot penalty is going to be now for us. Should have picked an easier course. Okay, the power penalty is not nearly as bad as you can see there on the right. I've got 189. Hey, Apogee, 5 wood. So this is like my 205, 210 club, something like that, which I think should be good because we got 190 with that penalty, distance penalty. I struck that well. And yes, we've got a green in regulation there. If it stays, if it stays, oh yeah, hit the distance, perfect. 189 is what we have, 189 is what I hit it. I'm just so impressed at the accuracy. And the other thing I'm really impressed with, I haven't missed any shots playing simulator golf with the Apogee, and it's only misread maybe 1 out of 5 rounds, which is just absolutely incredible. We got 28 feet here. I think I left that one short again. But luckily, we've got a pretty generous gimme distance of 10 feet, and we're inside that, so that's a 2-putt. All right, so that is pretty much going to be your look at E6. The simulation with Apogee is next level, having those voice commands, and it's just so accurate. I love it. But what's coming at the end of this year is going to make this system even more powerful, and we're going to bounce back into a beta version of Apex to show you what's coming. This is my beta version of the Apex software, and on top of the bag mapping and the range, we've got some other things. We've got challenges, we've got combine, we've got gapping. But what I want to focus on here is the gameplay, the simulation that is coming to Apex later in the year. So I'm going to go ahead and edit session here, and you can see now we've got some really amazing course graphics from some pretty standout courses. On top of that, you're going to have an on-demand section. This is going to give you access to thousands of golf courses around the world. Pretty much any course that can be mapped will be eventually inside of this system, which is so exciting. As you can see right now, we've got a few that are ready for us. Lofoten, which is out in Norway. It's a course I definitely want to play. Pebble Beach, Teeth of the Dog, Casa de Campo. I'm going to go ahead and go to Lofoten because it is such a beautiful course and it's one I really want to play. So let's get ready for it. And what I want you to notice here is just the beauty of the graphics in the rendering. It is incredibly gorgeous. I feel like I am standing out at that golf course right now. So here we are standing at the first tee. Now, one thing I didn't show you before, but I'm going to show you here, is that we can change the weather conditions. We can actually get real-time weather conditions of what it's like on this course right now, which it happens to be overcast and 57 degrees. And you can see the clouds changed, everything changed. Now, I'm going to place my aim point towards the meat of this fairway because we've yet to hit a fairway in regulation, and that would be kind of nice to do, wouldn't it? I'm going to go 6-iron because I only want to hit this about 180. I got my little short tee there. Good strike. Will we get a fairway in regulation today? Yes, we've done it. And we're left with 137 into this, although it's uphill. It's uphill 4.2 feet, so I've got to hit a little bit more club. I was going to take a pitching wedge, but I'm going to switch now. Switch into a 9-iron here. And let's see if we can get a green in regulation would be nice. I hit that well. Yes. I love the shot trace there that it shows. I just love the graphics built into this. You've got the wind there, whipping. I mean, I feel like I am on this golf course right now. We've got a 20-foot putt. It's downhill a little bit, breaking just a little right to left, but fairly straight. Let's see if we can get the speed correct here. We did more or less. Hit it past the hole, but that's what you want to do on a birdie putt. And we've got 3.5 left. Again, that's going to be a gimme. Let's play one more hole because this is like the signature hole you see that they're using for the E6 Apex software. 153, but way downhill. Again, I probably could get there, I think, with a 9-iron here. Hopefully. Let's find out. I've only ever seen one video from this golf course. I think it was Eric Anders Lang. And it was a beautiful video. Oh, just missed the green. Let's see how chipping is here on the Apex software. 39 feet here. I got 58-degree wedge in hand. Ooh, almost dunked it. But I ran that one by a little bit, pretty heavy. And we've got a tough putt for par. 16.9 feet here. We'll see if we can end strong before I tell you about the pricing of this system and how you can get a discount being a Let's Play Through subscriber. Oh, hit the pin. It wasn't meant to be. All right, let's talk about pricing of this unit. The Apogee MSRP is $11,495. Now that's going to put it squarely above things like the Bushnell Launch Pro, Mevo Plus, that sort of thing. But this is in another tier of golf simulators and it's still priced below things like a TrackMan or a GC Quad. On top of that, you're going to have an E6 Connect license in perpetuity, which means there's no subscription fees moving forward for this device. And that gives you access to 27 different golf courses, multiple modes of play, and access to online events. You can see some of those courses here up on the screen. So when it's all said and done, I think Apogee is actually a great value for money because you pay once and that's it. Now you can of course opt for further E6 subscriptions if you want to have things like the extended subscription and unlock over 90 courses, but you don't need to do that. 27 courses are quite fine with me. And as I mentioned up front, being a Let's Play Through subscriber has its perks too. You can save 10% with my code Let's Play Through, and I've got a link down in the description if you'd like to do that, and that's going to save you well over $1,000 on a very cool device. So hopefully you enjoyed this overview and introduction into the Apogee. I am so thrilled with what it's capable of now, as well as what's coming here down the line. I'm going to continue to update this channel with more features as they roll out, so make sure that you are subscribed, and if you've got any questions, leave them down below and I'm going to do my best to answer as many as I can. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.